Welcome to part 2. Thank you for returning for the second of the 4 videos. And by the end of this video, you should be able to identify your requirements for graduation, your university studies requirements, what it means to declare a cluster, the CSB, admission requirements, and course prerequisites. Your degree audit has 3 different marks on it. So if you pull out your degree audit and follow along, you should see each category marked with a red X, a light green check, or a dark green check. The red X means that you have not yet completed that category of requirements. The light green checks means that at the end of the current semester, you should be completed with that category. So it means in progress. And the dark green check means that you have satisfied the requirements for that category. For you to graduate, all the categories must be checked off with the dark green check, except for the general electives. General electives will never turn green because any additional classes that you take get added to general electives. So that's, in a sense, a bucket that never really gets filled. For university studies, these are the 2 areas that seem to cause everyone the most heartburn. First is writing intensive, and the second is the foreign language requirements. You are required to take 9 credit hours of writing intensive, and at least 3 of them have to be in your concentration, and at least 3 of them at the 300 level. Now, for every concentration that we have in the business school, we have at least 1 class that is writing intensive. You also take Business 205 and 305, which are 2 credit hours of writing intensive. So if you take another class of writing intensive, you find yourself at this awkward place of 8 credit hours, and it's very hard to find that 1 credit hour of writing intensive on in our catalog. You might be able to do it if you find a science lab of some sort. But for the most part, you're forced to take another 3 credit class to complete the 9 credit hours, even though you only needed the 1 extra hour. You also need to complete a foreign language requirement for university studies. Now, if you studied a foreign language in high school and then you come to UNCW and you study that same foreign language, that's considered your second language, and then you need to go through the 201 level. If you studied a foreign language in high school and you come to UNCW and you choose a different foreign language, in that case you only need to complete 101 and 102. So if you think that you don't remember enough from the foreign language you studied in high school, then you might consider switching and starting over with a brand new foreign language so that you can start at the 101 level and go through 102. But if you want to become good at a foreign language and develop some proficiency, then stick with the language you started with and go up through the 201 level or higher. We recommend that you develop some proficiency in a foreign language, and if you're an international business student, you do need to pass the foreign language proficiency test in order to graduate. University studies also has a requirement for a cluster, and a cluster is a mini minor. So if you already have a double major or a double concentration or a minor, you don't have to do this. You do not need to declare a cluster. But if you do not have a double major or a double concentration or a minor, then you need to declare a cluster. And the cluster that we want you to declare is Foundations for Systems Thinking, because the courses in that cluster will already be completed when you complete your business degree. Cameron School has a core curriculum that all business students will take. And a subset of that core is the set of classes that are required for admission. And that is the set of classes that are on the screen right now. One of those courses, MIS 213, is no longer required for admission, though it is still part of the business core, and it is now MIS 313. However, it is still required for the Cameron School core It is just no longer one of the admission requirements. When you're signing up for classes, please keep in mind the prerequisites that are required for those classes. There are 3 types of prerequisites. The first is a prerequisite course. So for instance, for Econ 222, you must complete Econ 221 in order to sit for 222. Our system assumes that if you are enrolled in the class, then you will complete that class. And so if you are in 221 right now, you'll be able to sign up for Econ 222 next semester, even though your grades are not yet in. This matters when you're trying to take a prerequisite course in the summer and then you want to take the next class in the fall. You need to sign up for your summer class first, and then the system will recognize that you're in the prereq, and so then you can go ahead and sign up for the next class for fall semester. Another type of prerequisite is class standing. So in this example, Marketing 340 has junior standing as a prerequisite for the course. So you need to look at the number of credits that you've completed plus the number of credits in progress to determine class standing. And the final prerequisite that we have is admission to the Cameron School. Many upper level courses require admission to the Cameron School. For instance, Finance 336, which is on the screen right now, requires both Finance 335 and it requires admission to the Cameron School of Business. You will not be able to sign up for this course until your application has been processed and the top of your degree audit shows that you are now admitted to the Cameron School. And that completes the second video. Please complete the short assignment that comes next before moving on to the next module. Thank you.